with your host, Upper Perkiomen School District Superintendent, Dr. Alan Roche.
Welcome to our April 2026 episode of Inside Upper Perk, the Superintendent's View podcast. So thank you in advance for joining us today as we have three dynamic guests and updates from across the district. So no long introduction today except to put in a quick plug and an open invitation to our entire community to join us during Arts Fest. This year's festivities will take place from May 11th through May 15th. All elementary and middle school events will be held at Upper Perkiomen Middle School, while the high school events will take place at Upper Perkiomen High School. For the events that are held at the middle school, overflow parking is available at the high school tennis court area. So for your convenience, we'll have a shuttle service that'll run from the tennis courts over to the middle school on May 12th, 13th, and 14th from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. More information on Arts Fest is available on the district website with a breakdown of the dates and times for all the concerts and for the entire art and tech ed displays that take place during the Arts Fest week. With that said, let's get to our guests on this month's episode. Our first guest today is an administrator in our district who plays a huge role in all of our students having a healthy start to each school day and in providing leadership to all 5 school cafeterias each and every day. Yep, you guessed it. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Paula Germinario to the podcast today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Great to have you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what led you into food services in the school setting.
Okay, so I grew up in Monmouth County, New Jersey, kind of along the coast. I was originally a psychology major in college, but during my sophomore year in college, I realized how long I would need to be in school in order to actually practice psychology. So I changed my major to hotel restaurant management. I transferred out to a different school. And that's what I ended up doing. And I kind of chose hotel restaurant management because it would give me the flexibility to do hotels, restaurants, kind of anything in between. Right. My mom was a food service director, so that's kind of what planted that seed of going in schools. So this is my 33rd year as a food service director, and it's all been in schools with the exception of running Northampton Community College when I first moved out to Pennsylvania, and also Girard College in Philly for a year.
Okay. So no hotels, no restaurants, chain restaurants, mom and pop, something like that.
I thought about it, and like I said, I liked having the flexibility with that degree to kind of take it in whatever direction I wanted to go in. But once I started with schools, I was pretty much sold on that. It's how I wanted to give back to kids and the community.
What are some of your primary responsibilities as Director of Food Services here for a school district? Because I'm sure not a lot of people realize what you do. They just show up and think all the food's there and then it just goes. But you're coordinating all that across the kitchens as well as there's some duties that you have outside of just simply the five schools.
Sure. So I'm in the end, I'm kind of responsible for the entire program, but that encompasses everything from hiring, ordering the food, of writing the menus, developing specialty menus for any of our students that might need a specialty menu, following all of the local, state, and federal compliance and also like local Board of Health. Right. We do catering. We just did Songfest last week, right, which was great. Pretty much I end up interacting with everyone at every level, whether that is incoming kindergarten parents whose kids aren't even here yet, to our current students, to our principals, to our board, to the admin, to the community, Open Link, our nurses. I also serve on our wellness committee and our safety committee. But I also want to just say that having said all that I am extremely fortunate to be supported by a great food service team underneath me, and also besides my team, the team next to me and above me, sure, including yourself. That support means everything. Yeah,
and you got a great staff and always welcoming, and the opportunities there are great.
Everybody's in it for the right reason, which is great.
Agreed. One of the most visible parts that I'm not sure everyone realizes is the work that you do, and probably in conjunction with your managers at the building, is developing the school menu each month. And I'm not sure if you're aware that the school menu on the school district website is one of the top 3 most popular clicks, let's say, on the website. I think the other one is probably the school calendar, and hopefully it's the podcast after that. But I definitely it's the menus at the various buildings.
Yeah, and I did not know that initially until we were redoing the website, and that was pointed out to me, and I was floored.
So what goes into making that menu each month?
So I look at it as every month's menu is like putting together like a really intricate puzzle, because you need to have a mix of everyone's old favorites that everyone likes, new item, like introducing new items, because we're kind of always looking to keep the program growing and evolving. So we use direct input from students. Like I meet with groups of students at every one of our schools, have a very simple format of what do you like, what don't you like, and what do you want to see in the future.
You provide samples during that sometimes?
Sometimes, yes.
New items or things that
yes.
just to get their ideas on. That's
absolutely. Great. And I also have monthly meetings with our kitchen managers who are, frontline, hands-on, what's working, what's not working. We're always looking for ways to increase our participation. Within the last year, the district made a significant investment in ovens. We call them combi ovens in each of our schools, that they bake, they steam, they can do a combo of bake and steam, and it's allowed us to really get a lot more creative with what we're cooking and how we're cooking it, and even the quality of the food, it turns out.
Those are the ones you can program to have the cool sounds when they're done, right?
Yes, there's a variety of noises they make
to let you know
to
that
signal.
It's done. As opposed to just beep, 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 beep. They can play songs and everything.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we're always looking for ways to keep the program growing and evolving.
Right. And I think one of those, which I talked about before, was the dill pickle chicken nuggets. That was a hot item there. At least when I was there at 4 or 5, they were going out of those. So, what are the most popular school lunches that you see across the district? Are there any items that are home runs right away when they go on the menu?
I think if we didn't put chicken on, I'd be crucified, because everyone absolutely loves chicken. I would
chicken
say
twice a week, or
at least. Yeah. So chicken is a huge hit. Pizza is a huge hit at all levels, and at the middle school and high school level, we actually buy crusts and kind of dress it up and make our own.
Right. Yeah, I've seen that. I've been at one of the shifts that I helped out. There was a buffalo chicken, as well as a cheese, as well as a chicken bacon ranch, and a barbecue chicken.
Absolutely.
So a lot of different things that it's nice to see that the crusts are coming in, but definitely being made.
Absolutely.
On site.
And some of these the ovens that we have are definitely very helpful in making these creations. Also, I would say peanut butter and jelly. It's like an old standby, but it kind of never goes out of style. So we use the Uncrustables, which this year we laughed because they came out with a bunch of new flavors, which is a huge hit. We have strawberry, raspberry, honey, and something that's like a Nutella, chocolatey.
There's a honey apple. There's all
there's all kinds of good stuff. But we use them not because so much that we don't want to make peanut butter and jelly ourselves, but it decreases the chances of cross-contamination for our students that have peanut allergies. Right. So there's no chance, even though we're very careful anyway, but there's no chance that us prepping it's going to get on something else.
So it's all self-contained, individually wrapped.
Correct.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great. But on the flip side, what are some of the common complaints or concerns that you hear from students, and how do you respond to them? Okay,
so I would say one of the things I hear more often is that why can't they have water instead of milk? So
milk,
they
have to take a certain amount of things on the tray.
Correct.
Is it 5 still?
Yes.
5.
It's 5. They have to take a minimum of 3 of the 5, and one of those 3 has to be a fruit or vegetable. So there's that. But really, in the eyes of the government that lays out our National School Lunch Program rules, there is no substitute for milk. Only if it's a medical condition.
Right. Chocolate milk's an option?
Yes. Strawberry too.
Strawberry as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So I would say that's a question. Why do we limit condiments is another question, and it has to do with the sodium that's in condiments. There's like a sneaky large amount of sodium in condiments, and we need to actually account for not only what we have in the school meals, but also we have to factor the condiments in, so it can't be like a free-for-all like it used to be years ago.
So there's no like pump ketchup and all that. It's all individual
it's all
packets and mustard, those type of things.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I always thought the limit was potential waste, and then potential not great outcomes with having extra stuff that
Sure.
you don't need.
Sure, yeah, and that is it too, but definitely it comes down to the sodium levels. And I would say maybe the third thing would be us changing our menu format, so our menus don't look the way they used to look online, but we changed them so they're ADA compliant. So obviously we want to make sure everyone can access our menus as well as everything else on our website.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yes. So we're hoping that in the future, or hopefully near future, since this isn't just an Upper Perk thing, this is a nationwide type of a thing, that there will be companies that come out that will let us be a little more creative. But the more important thing is that everyone can access it. So that's exactly what.
So is there something about school food service that you wish families and students understood better? Like they make assumptions about things, and you're like, you know what, I wish everybody knew this.
I would say the amount of regulation involved. I think maybe the assumption is that, we just throw this menu together any old way and we just put on any old thing. But there is an awful lot of regulation involved, from how much protein needs to be served every day, to fruits, to vegetables, to grains, to milk, and they have to be able to account for certain amounts, not too much, not too little, not only on a daily basis, but on a weekly basis. It's extremely regulated. The example I always love to give is the vegetables. Like, you can't just pick any old vegetables to put on. Like, for example, in a 5-day week, I have to hit a red-orange vegetable, a dark green vegetable, a bean, a starch, and day 5 can be what they call other.
Oh, okay.
But it's not just like, let's just put whatever on the menu in any certain servings.
And the most popular vegetable is?
Corn.
Corn.
Although broccoli is gaining some steam, which is great.
Right.
I would say
steamed broccoli?
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Right.
Yeah. If I could actually, 2 other maybe quick things in the same vein would be something that I wish families understood better. Breakfast is free right now, and there is no strings attached. There's no paperwork involved. You show up, we will feed you. I think that is a great resource for every family. So if you're not taking advantage of it, maybe take a look into it. And I guess also applying for free and reduced meals. Even if you think there's just a remote chance you might qualify, it can't ever hurt to apply.
Right. Well, thanks again, Ms. Germinario, for joining me today on the podcast. Any final thoughts? This is your first podcast, right?
No, this is great. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
Great. Thanks. And stay tuned for our next guest on the episode on Inside Upper Perk, the Superintendent's View, as we have a chance to speak with another Upper Perk administrator. Stay tuned. Our next guest is our Upper Perk Director of Athletics, Mr. Bobby Kurzweg. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Great. It's great to see you. Tell our listeners a little bit about your background and what led you to become an athletic director and your pathway here at Upper Perk.
Sure. So this is my 10th year as the Director of Athletics at Upper Perk. Prior to coming here, I was the Director of Athletics and Facilities at the Brandywine Heights School District for 15 years. Brandywine Heights is a smaller school district, so when the position opened here, I decided to apply at a chance to lead a larger athletic department with some more sport offerings and better facilities.
Right. Great. Well, we're glad to have you. What do you enjoy most about working with your student athletes and the coaches in our district?
I love seeing as each season begins, to see where our student athletes and coaches are at the start of the season and being able to see what each of our teams can accomplish by the end of the season. Some of the best seasons we have doesn't always mean we're winning the most games, but seeing how far our student athletes and our coaches grow from the start until the end.
What are some recent highlights or accomplishments from our teams? I know we just had a big group from our winner being recognized at the board level. But any other highlights or things that you're super proud of for our kids?
Yeah, as you said, this past winter we had some great team and individual success. Our girls wrestling program, which is in their 3rd season of existence, won the PAC Wrestling Championship as well as the District 1 Championship. In addition to those team success, we had 5 girls win their weight class at the PAC Individual Championship. We also had 2 sets of sisters, Amy and Sarah Roll and Eve and Eliana Smith, win the PAC Swimming Championships in the 200 freestyle relay. Sean Murray, who's a junior wrestler on our boys team, won the PAC and District 1 Championship, placed 2nd at the Southeast Regional, and was an 8th place medalist at the PWA Championships. We also had the fortunate of bringing back our boys indoor track program, which we've not had for several years. And 2 of our athletes did very well at the PTFCA Championships. Grayson Riggins won the 60-meter hurdles, and Darius Reed placed second at the high jump.
Yeah, it was for me one of the largest groups that we've had here recognized at the board level. So I know that's great. How many? Let's talk specifically girls wrestling. How many PAC schools now have girls wrestling? Because we know we were part of that first 100, although we just squeaked in the 100 side.
Yeah.
But how many are there?
We have 6 right now,
Okay.
But there's some interest from other schools potentially adding teams for next year. Springford was one that was talking about potentially adding one, so we could be up to 7 or 8 next year.
Right. That's great. It's glad to see it's growing.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest growing sports in the area. It's been going great.
Yeah. Recently, as I know you're aware, the school board approved upgrades to our turf fields and track. So what can you share about what the project includes from your lens as the athletic director?
Yeah, we're very excited and thankful for the support of the school board to approve the project. This summer, we'll be getting 2 brand new turf fields, both in Keeney and Tribe Stadium, as well as they'll be doing a new overlay of our all-weather track.
Great. How do you think these upgrades are going to enhance the experience for our student athletes, our coaches, the community, visiting athletes?
Yeah, I think once the project done, our hope is that it'll bring great pride to not only our school district and our student athletes, but our overall community. We're very fortunate to have the 2 synthetic fields that our student athletes can utilize. And, we're one of a couple schools this summer who are getting new synthetic fields in our league. So I think it'll be a neat thing for our league overall.
Do you think that'll increase the use of facilities requests from outside groups and local youth groups and those type of things that really want to utilize the facilities?
Yeah, I do. I think we do a good amount of rentals now, but seeing a new facility and all that is going to be a real positive for the school district. We also have the luxury and fortunate to host the PAC Field Hockey and Girls Lacrosse Championship. So to be able to kind of utilize and show off our facilities on those 2 events will be a great thing as well.
Right, and then when you get to the Final Four, there's games going on, I think, on both fields at the same time.
Yeah, correct. Us and O&J are the only ones at this point in our league that can do that. So they host the boys and girls soccer championship. So you're right. On the first night, we have the semifinals going on at the same time, and then the championships. It's just one game.
Right. And as we had a rough summer last year with the abatement project going on at the high school, this summer I'm assuming will be another challenge that we won't have access to the fields and the track. So how do you think that's going to impact our team schedules? Your planning, probably preseason workouts, and I'm sure the date is August 5th or some date like that when we're ready for the start of the season.
Yeah, that's correct. So both stadiums will be closed during the duration of the project as they are considered active construction sites. We've already began to look at alternative areas for our teams that are traditionally doing summer workouts to use. The teams will still be able to get all the things they do in the summer. They'll just be doing it on grass areas instead.
So the alternative areas you're thinking about are beginning to plan are still on campus.
Correct.
Last year, with the no access to the building, we know the YMCA helped us out with some access to the gym there.
Yeah.
To their weight room and the gym facility.
Yeah, correct. The YMCA was a huge help last year with us not being able to be in the high school, and a lot of our teams took advantage of using that gorgeous facility up there and getting workouts in.
Right. Well, one of the exciting ideas that we had recently at our Innovation Fair came out of your office and the new athletic sponsorship program. So can you explain what that's about?
Yeah, we're really excited about this. For several years, even before I started here at Upper Perk, the athletic department organized the Banner Sports and Sponsorship Program in the fall. Local businesses could purchase a banner to help offset athletic budget, which supports our student athletes. Our new athletic community sponsorship program expands the previous offerings to allow different levels of sponsorships and to help increase community engagement with the hopes of continuing to expand the experience of our student athletes.
Right. So you see this as generating potential revenue, as we're always talking about budget and how we can improve facilities and opportunities for kids. So there's a potential for revenue increasing?
Yeah, correct. That's our hope. By offering different levels of sponsorship, we're hoping to attract different businesses within the community. Our smaller, very important community-based businesses will still have the opportunity to support the athletic program if they choose. But by introducing the additional levels, we'll hopefully be able to attract some larger or corporate businesses in the community.
Right. And the additional businesses, that should help strengthen the connection for our schools and the local community and continue to build those bridges.
Yeah, correct. It will allow local businesses to make a direct connection with not only the athletic department, but also directly affecting our student athletes.
Okay. So let's think broadly now. We're sitting here, it's April. what message and information do you want to share with our current student athletes, coaches, families, as you look forward to the end of the school year and anticipate a strong summer off season?
Yeah, we had another successful athletic school year this year with many of our teams and individuals accomplishing their goals. We still have a few weeks of our spring season left, so we're hoping our spring teams can add to that success. Two of the events that we have coming up on April 29th, we have our college signing ceremony for our senior athletes who will be continuing their athletic careers in college. And on May 27th, we have our annual Blue and Gold ceremony where we honor our senior athletes, which is kind of the culminating event of the year for the athletic department.
And if I'm correct, the signing also includes not just that student athletes, but also student musicians that may be going on in college and playing in other marching bands.
Yeah, correct. Last year we started including our music department in that, and I think it was a really neat event for those students that may not always have gotten that recognition. So you're correct. We do our student athletes and our students that are going to continue their music careers.
Yeah, I look forward to both of those events.
Great. Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your time today and in sharing some of the updates. I'm excited to see how the sponsorship program rolls out. Obviously, the upcoming summer work at the turf is exciting for us, and hopefully, if all fingers crossed, things are on time.
Yeah, we're hoping it'll be a big night when we have our first football and field hockey and soccer games. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah. Any last thoughts here? Is this your first podcast?
It is my very first podcast. Thanks for having me. I just want to say a big thanks to all our parents, grandparents, and community members who show up to support our student athletes daily. Our student athletes and coaches put in a ton of time and dedication to our teams, and having support at our contests means the world to them. So thank you very much to everyone who supports.
Round of applause for that one.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Well, thanks again, Mr. Kurzweg. Up next is our third and final guest on the episode of the podcast today, and we have a student leader coming from Upper Perk High School to close out. So stay tuned. I'm always excited to have students on the podcast, and today is no exception. Please join me in welcoming Upper Perk High School senior, right?
Yes.
And president of the PerkPals, Evan Harter, to the podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
Yep. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your grade, interest, and what you enjoy most about Upper Perk High School.
So I'm a senior, and I mostly enjoy like video games, weightlifting, sports, hanging out with my friends. I feel like very typical. But
have you headed to the esports area at all?
No. I'm very casual. Very casual.
So
I enjoy like football, like playing football with my friends, like going to play pickleball, like when it's nice out, stuff like that.
Nice. So I was going to say, what activities or clubs are you involved in at the high school? I think you're a swimmer as well.
I am.
Yep.
Yes.
So anything else that you're involved with at the separate from PerkPals?
So I was a part of the water polo team in the fall. I'm involved with FBLA, NHS, and Link Crew. And off the top of my head, I think that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
That's pretty active. I'm sure you don't have a whole lot of extra time.
Yeah. I make it work.
Right. So PerkPals, you're the president of the club.
I am.
Right.
Yes.
I know this year we were able to get in our world the official club status.
Yeah.
To open up that door with fundraising and things. So what are your responsibilities as the president of PerkPals, and what do you enjoy most about being the leader there?
So my responsibilities, I'd say it's very relaxed. Like I'm there to guide. I'm there to support. I'm there to like create ideas. Mm-hmm. I'm the leader of fostering the community, like trying to guide everybody in the right direction. Like somebody who wants to join, doesn't know what to do, how to act, I can help them out. I'm paired with a student with a disability. Yep. They are also a president, so I'm there to guide them as well.
They have co-presidents.
Yes, so it's like to try and support them, to try and help them know how to act in a leadership position.
Yeah, give them
know what it's like.
Experience as well.
Yeah, know what it's like to be.
How many total students are in PerkPals?
I'd say the club, it's around like 50, but the IE is very different. The reason we became a club is because the IE space is very limited. Mm-hmm. So when we become a club, we can have basically anybody because IE seniors get top choice and then it goes junior. Right. So, but since PerkPals is such a popular choice, it's in high demand.
IE's challenge, right? The IE time that's built into the school schedule at the high school.
Yes.
That it's used for a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Club opportunities, absolutely. If you need some help with a teacher, or if you're other club opportunities, those type of things.
Plus that limited 40 minutes with as a club, we can get much more time.
Yeah. So what are some of the activities and events that PerkPals organizes throughout the school year?
So throughout the school year, from what I can think off the top of my head, is Fall Fest, Polar Plunge, and Special Olympics. Those are the big three.
Yeah. Special Olympics are coming around the corner.
Yeah.
They'll be here within a month or so. And I'm sure you know that event has grown over the course of time. We're now, as a full faculty and staff, we invite everyone to come out
Yes.
for the pre-one. And I know you guys go. It's still at Springford?
I believe so.
Yeah,
and then we have that huge send-off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Last year it was at Springford. But we have one in-house as well. And to me, that's the epitome of what we do. That's why we're here. We're here for the kids and the students, and really, it's a great opportunity to support them.
Yes, I agree.
So PerkPals this year is hosting a new event called Stars of the Night. So tell me a little bit about that. If someone had shared that you definitely are a lot of work behind this.
Yes.
So what inspired the idea? What is it for our listeners?
So first, I do want to say PerkPals. This is separate from PerkPals.
Sure.
I just happen to be the PerkPals president and planning the event.
Okay.
But the goal of the event is to eventually broaden it. Like we took a lot of inspiration from Tim Tebow's Night to Shine, where it's like a red carpet event. People with disabilities come, and it's their day, their moment to have fun, to be like recognized.
Right.
So we want to try and bring that into our area because they have. I know there's one kind of near us, but it's pretty far.
Right.
So having one.
Recognition? Is it someone had said it's like a prom? It's
Yes.
like a dance, an event, getting ready, all of that.
Yeah, I would say it's closest. If you to choose a school event to describe it, it would be prom.
Okay.
But it's completely independent for PerkPals. It's just this year, it's for PerkPals.
Right.
So we're trying to. This is a stepping stone.
Understood.
We want to broaden it to like Miss Willett moved to Perk Valley, so we want to hopefully get her kids next year, and hopefully move it to the Y with Dr. Carpenter's help.
Right.
But that's the goal. So we just
Make
want
it a
to
bigger thing. So right now, year one is let's try it in house,
see how it works.
see how it goes,
Yes.
what can we improve on, and then have additional students in local school districts, connections that you have, maybe connections we don't have yet, but maybe interested in that as well.
So I'd say that's the main goal. The main goal this year is to have fun and go well.
So who's invited? Like
Yeah.
who are the invitations for, or who's able to attend?
Right now, we invited just everybody in PerkPals because we know the people in that club are truly like
Committed.
they're
committed
great.
to working with
They're great
their students
people.
and friends.
So we invited them. They're attending. Miss Bamford students, Miss Dunn students, Mr. Thrusher students. They're all attending. Plus the regular education students that are involved in PerkPals.
Right.
Plus any teachers and staff that like are special to like that have really supported PerkPals. They're allowed to attend.
Right. That's great. And what's the goal and hope that the students, when they walk away from the event, what do you hope that they walk away with? And at the end of the night, what their feelings are?
I hope they walk out having a core memory, something that they'll never forget. We're truly trying to make this like event great, like the best it can possibly be, which is difficult, but we really want it to leave an impact on the people involved.
Yeah. So any specific activities taking place during it that'll be memorable?
There'll be like a photo booth. There'll be obviously dance station. There'll be food, and there'll be friends.
Right.
Yeah.
That sounds the recipe for success.
Yes.
No question. No question. Let's go back to you as an Upper Perk High School student. Any favorite memory from being a member of anything at the high school? Something you can think about?
Favorite memory?
Because let's a month and a half.
I know. Oh my gosh.
And new things on the horizon for sure.
I honestly can't pin one. It's just I've had a great experience at Upper Perk. Just the community, like my friends, like the people I will never forget.
Right.
I've like met so many people that have impacted me in my life in positive ways. I'd say I honestly can't pin one favorite memory.
Right.
It's
That's great. That's great to hear that there's so many. Because if it was the opposite, where you couldn't think of one at all, then different conversation. Right. So back to the event, back to Stars of the Night. How can the school community or local community support PerkPals and or that same event? What can they do?
I mean, we've already had so much support. We asked a lot of businesses, a lot of people for their help, and they showed up. We made a lot of money so we can make this event happen.
So you asked for donations?
Yes.
And then I'm sure there's probably some physical things, not just money, but other things that may have been donated.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the support has been great. If anything, I would make sure to look out for this event next year to support them again, because what this event is, I really hope it's great.
Right.
Like it leaves an impact.
Right.
for time to come.
So if I was a student and let's say next year's incoming freshman class or a current freshman or sophomore, and I heard about PerkPals, what would you say to someone that was thinking about joining?
I would say join. There's no pressure. There's a lot of there's no pressure. Like, you just go there and you hang out, you talk to people. It's just about fostering community. You're making friends.
Right.
That's it. You're just
And
there to hang out.
The events you shared, Special Olympics, and,
Yeah.
Fall Fest, all those things are very similar. It's
Yes.
about those experiences and supporting your friends and making new friends.
Like, I think Fall Fest is a great example. Like, you're just there and you're playing games. You're coloring, ping pong, bocce. It doesn't matter. You're just there to hang out. I would say just join. It does not hurt at all.
Right. Great. Well, thanks so much for sharing about PerkPals and the exciting events and experiences that are taking place at our high school. Is there anything else that you'd like to share as we're wrapping up our time here?
I would like to shout out 2 people, if that's okay.
Sure.
I would like to shout out Miss Austin. Actually, 3 people. Miss Austin, she was the one who approached me with the idea last year.
Okay, I have. Okay, who else?
Angel Lee, she's been doing a lot of work behind the scenes as well.
Is this the vice president?
No, she's not. She's not involved. Like, what I was saying, it's not a PerkPals thing. It's just for PerkPals. So
here
she's
we
been
go.
helping out.
And then?
I like to thank Miss Bamford.
Miss Bamford. Awesome. Great. Well, thanks for sharing that.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Is this your first podcast?
This is my first
All right,
podcast.
there you go. Yeah, 3 rookies today.
Oh,
Everyone's
nice.
the first time, so great. Well, thanks so much. So thank you, Evan, and thank you both to Mrs. Germinario and Mr. Kurzweg for joining us today on the episode of the podcast. I hope to see everyone at some point in early May at the Arts Fest, where we get a chance to experience the talents of our students and teachers on display. Thanks again for joining us, and as always, I am proud to be UPSD.